Hello everyone! For my culture project, I'm going to talk about the differences between Western and Chinese beauty standards. I was inspired because one day when I was talking to my Chinese friend, she started complaining about her weight, thinking she was quote-unquote too fat. I didn't think she was very fat at all. She seemed very normal by my standards. She said it's not like that in China. Since I was curious, I talked to some Chinese students about some of the standards. What you see on the screen is me altering these bodies to what these students described to me as the ideal body type. I started my project by photoshopping 6 bodies from large to thin and printed them out, and then asked them what they think is the most attractive body. Most of them pointed to 6, the thinnest model. I was already concerned because 6 was unnaturally thin. I searched up anorexic on Google for this photo. When I asked them why they think 6 is the most attractive, they said they think the smaller body is more fragile and it's the prettiest figure. One told me they liked that she had the middle line of the abdomen and the V-line of the hip bone. They didn't seem to notice that her ribs were poking out. I asked them why they thought 6 is the prettiest, and they said that she looked really feminine and fragile. They said that if you're small and thin, men are more likely to feel like they should protect you. It makes them cute and elegant for some. And in old tradition, Asian women would depend on men to protect them, so part of that tradition has stuck towards modern times. I think in Western standard, I like to think number 4 is the ideal body for American standards. I know we used to think thin bodies were ideal ones too, but the standard has changed for more curvy bodies. As an American, I noticed that we are really health-oriented. That may be due to our reputation for having one of the most unhealthiest populations and our incentive to change that. I like that we don't try to force people into a certain body type, but wishing to look and be more healthy instead. What I said prior about being concerned about anorexic bodies, that reflected my Western influence. What I think is unhealthy may not matter in Chinese standards, so I think that's really important to realize. I asked them for more standards if they had any, and they listed that white or pale skin is pretty, as well as having curves and a small waist. When I asked them for some examples, they said Fan Bingbing, Liu Yifei, and Zhao Li Ying. When I asked them they would like to change the beauty standard, they would definitely like to, and have noticed that the standards are slowly changing. When I asked them which body they think would best represent the new ideal, the range was either 3, 4, and 5, which are all relatively healthy figures. When I asked them why, they said the women look more confident, healthy, and sexy. Don't care much for the traditional frail figure. What I have learned from talking to Chinese students is that since they have been exposed to American culture, their old views about what looked beautiful has changed. When I watch some Chinese media, I get concerned when I see an actress or a singer looking unusually thin, but I'm glad to hear from the international students that they prefer to have healthier bodies similar to the Western standard. Thank you.